How's it going, everyone? Welcome to part four, like the way Steve Harvey says, four of the book review for It's How You Play the Game, The 12 Leadership Principles of Dean Smith by David Chadwick. I'm going to read you guys a part of Leadership Principle A. It's called Pass on What You Know. Every great leader is also a teacher and mentor. His concern is not simply for himself, but to teach what he has learned to those who share his passion. Coach Smith's basketball family tree has produced many coaches who have taken his vision of team before the individual to every level imaginable, from junior high leagues to the professional ranks. I believe his passion in life was to teach young people how to play basketball, and that he would have been content coaching at a small Division III school. If he had no media attention, no ability for television cameras to reach him in a high school gym, he would have easily adjusted. I think he would have liked to announce that basketball tryouts will be on such and such a day, have kids come out who really love the game and simply wanted to play it for no other reason, and then start teaching. The only trouble is he would have been such a successful coach that within a year, the press would have been swarming all over him. Coach Smith's passion for teaching started out as a passion for learning. And this is a quote from Bob Knight. Whenever you talk about Dean Smith being a teacher of the game of basketball, you must first acknowledge that he was a student of the game of basketball. He spent countless hours talking the game of basketball with experts from his earliest years. Coach Smith's learning and teaching genes run deep in his family. With both parents being school teachers, it was natural for him to become a teacher. Smith's mother also made an impact upon him as an educator. In 1988, he gave $50,000 to the University of Kansas to establish the Vesta Marie Edwards Smith Scholarship in Education. It's named in honor of Smith's mother and is given to students in the elementary education program. The scholarship is awarded on basis of monetary need and academic promise to kids from Allen, Lyon, and Shaver counties in Kansas, places where Coach Smith's mother taught for 40 years. Wow, amazing. Amazing stuff. George Karl, who was a head coach in the NBA for so many years, he played under Coach Smith. George Karl told me that it was a privilege to be with Coach Smith every summer for 4 or 5 days. And this is what George Karl had to say. We talked a lot about basketball and a lot about life. He never tried to impose his system on me. He simply made himself available, and I did a lot of observing and asking questions. I guess that's how he mentored me as a coach. And there's another section that I'm gonna read. It's called Mentoring Future Generations. Taking your life and pouring it into another person, who then takes the same principles and pours them into another person, who then, you get the picture. In fact, you almost get the picture that Luke Boyd, who he is because Coach Smith's dad and Fo Allen and James Naismith were who they were in Coach Smith's life. Coach Smith passed that truth onto Jones, who gave it to Boyd, who hopefully in one way or another will pass it on to the next generation. All effective leaders should lead with an eye to future generations. Max De Pree, in his very popular book, Leadership is an Art, said, leaders are also responsible for future leadership. They need to identify, develop, and nurture future leaders. And I'll leave it right there. Stay tuned for next week as I give the fifth and final part 5 book review of this amazing book right here. If you guys enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you. Take care. Have a great day. And God bless you always.